may be seated. I would ask everyone to please, if you got a telephone or anything, put it on silent or turn it off at this time. And then I've got something before I call, well, I'm going to call the meeting to order. The meeting's called to order. And I've got a little proclamation here that I would like to give the preacher. This has already been issued some time ago, but we hadn't had a chance to really present it to him. So, Councilmember Henderson, do you want to come up here or do you want to be the photograph? She had a little something to do with this, as you might imagine. So, it's a proclamation honoring the 164th church anniversary and homecoming of Palestine AME Church. Is it Cairo? Is that the right? Arkansas, and I'm just going to read it briefly. Whereas Palestine AME Church was founded in 1862, 164 years ago, with a mission to serve God and the community, standing as a beacon of faith, hope, and love for over a century and a half. And whereas for 164 years this congregation has weathered the storm of time, remaining a solid rock, foundation, and a source of spiritual guidance and community strength, whereas the members of Palestine AME Church have continued the sacred tradition of ministry, outreach, and fellowship, fostering a spirit of unity and dedication to service as referenced in 1 Corinthians 12 through 27. Whereas this 164th anniversary marks a significant milestone of God's faithfulness and the resilience of the generations of pastors and members and who have paved the way, whereas Palestine AME Church has not only provided a place of worship, but has also enriched the lives of residents in Gord, is that the right, and Pickens community through its commitment to spiritual growth and service, honoring the legacy of its founders. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and city council of the city of Warren pause to recognize and congratulate Palestine AME Church on the monumental occasion of its 164th church anniversary. Be it further resolved that we honor the past, celebrate the present, and look forward with hope to the future, thanking the congregation for 164 years of service to the Lord and the community. Further resolved that a copy of this proclamation be presented to Reverend Charles English, pastor, and the congregation of Palestine AME Church as a token of our esteem and congratulations, presented, and this was actually presented the 15th day of March 2026, but we wanted to save that we could get him here so we could give it to him in person, and signed by myself and the city clerk and pastor. We thank you for everything, and Councilmember Henderson, she had just a little bit to do with this. I want to make sure you know that. So we got our picture made, okay? All right. Thank you, sir, so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming tonight. You're welcome to hang around, or you think you need to go home, that's okay. I understand. Thank you. All right, we have officially called the meeting to order. I'm going to ask the city clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Hooper.
Present.
Councilmember Burks Frazier.
Here.
Councilmember Henderson.
Here.
Councilmember Charleston.
Present.
Councilmember Mosley. Councilmember Atkins.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Just to tell everybody, Councilmember Mosley just stepped in just before time for the meeting. Seemed to be somewhat distressed. All she could tell me was she had gotten a call about her son, Baker. Some of y'all know him or know who he is. I think he lives in Jonesboro. I assume he still does. And something about that had to carry him to the hospital. So she was going back home, I guess, at that time to get back on the phone. And that's all I know. I just asked her to keep us informed, let us know if there's anything we need to do. So she's not going. She was going to be here. But we'll just have to go on without her and let her try to take care of her family situation, and we'll do anything we can to help. Okay, business-wise, item number 4, Approval of minutes. We got 2 sets of minutes in the packet, council members. July the 13th and a call meeting of July the 28th. And we need you to look at that and take whatever actions you see appropriate.
I move that both sets of minutes be approved as received, July 13th and July 28th.
Second.
Okay, I'm Councilmember Henderson, and was that Councilmember Atkins? I got you. Okay, seconded the motion. Both sets of minutes be approved as submitted to you. Any question, discussion, correction, addition, anything that needs to be corrected as far as the minutes are added to it? Not, all those in favor of approval, please vote by show of hand. And I see 5 in favor with 1 absent. So that takes care of that. Thank you very much. All right, item 5 is the city clerk's report. I'm going to go through this very rapidly. If y'all have a question or anything or comment, just please speak up. You've got the statement of revenues and expenditures. Just looking at it by department. Of course, you've got administrative, law enforcement, fire, and solid waste, and building official, and so forth and so on. Y'all can look and see. I think all the numbers have been highlighted in yellow as far as our expenditures to date in 2026. The budget is in pretty good shape as far as following the budget. So I keep reminding y'all, our problem is cash flow. It's not just the budget, but the budget, we're well within the budget at this point in time. So any question or discussion about the financial report? This is for the month of July and 2026 to date. Will require a motion to approve it or take any action.
I move that the financial statement and statement of revenue and expenditures be approved as presented by hard copy and overview given by the mayor.
Second.
We got a motion, Councilmember Henderson, Councilmember Burks Frazier on the second. Anybody got a question or comment on the financial report? Anything? I know most of y'all had this for a few days, but
Look at your balances very closely, your cash balances.
all right, I'm gonna ask for a vote on the financial report. All in favor of accepting it, show of hands, please. Again, I see 5 in favor with 1 absent, and as Councilmember Henderson just stated, you've got our overall cash balances, and that's what you need to be watching as much as anything. So please keep an eye on that. And then we've got our sales tax. We always give you the sales tax revenues for the month and year to date and so forth, and some past history of it. Both the county sales tax, the portion we get, and the city sales tax. Two sheets of paper there. It's got that information on it. Any questions or anything on that, you don't have to vote on it, just for your information. And then the Bradley County District Court, submitted by the Judge Anderson and his court, gives you all that. Any questions? All right, let's move along. I'm going to go to item 6, the mayor's report. I got about the same 2 things I've been talking about the last couple of months, but so I'll be brief. We do have a potential buyer at the what I call the biochar facility that we've been working on forever, and but I still don't have a result yet because ADFA, Arkansas Development Finance Authority, owns, controls that building, but they do have an offer, and of course they're out to sell it, so that's where we are on that. And then as far as the grant, primarily what we've been working on for some time is for the city pool on the Rock Street. And we've got that virtually ready. It's being proofed, and it'll be going in just in the next week or so to the state, trying to get that funded. And a little bit later on the agenda, we'll talk about another grant project. Okay, let's see, council members, do you have anybody you want to recognize public speak, and we'll see who's on our list. Okay,
We have several. Jana Mann is first.
okay. And if you don't mind coming up here, just for the record, give them your name and where you live.
My name is Jana Mann, and I live here in Warren. I was wanting to talk about the grant to the new change in the truck routing system. It has been drawn to my attention that that's going to change the route that goes to the mill from Ganaway and move it across to Cleveland. So that's going to affect me in two ways. So if y'all close that route, and from my understanding, and somebody correct me please if I'm wrong, that if y'all change the truck route, the commercial routing on Ganaway, there will be no longer access for big trucks to use that. So we own a logging company in Warren, it's C&J Reynolds. My husband and I, along with Robert Austin Richardson, bought at 109 Ganaway the log truck stationing that used to belong to Clay Wagner. Bought it because it was a commercial road. That way our trucks, when they left out in the mornings, they could leave down on that commercial road and hit the highway and go to where they need to go. If that changes, my question is, how will that affect, if it's supposed to be a forestry grant, how is that going to affect us if that road closes, our trucks coming and going? I'll be honest, I do not want my trucks, if the new route is going to be on Cleveland, don't really want my log trucks taking that route, going through a mill, if that's the route they have to go to get to the other side of Ganaway to where our shop is. One, Cleveland is where the Human Development Center is. There's a lot of escapees that's out at all the times. They get out and they block that road trying to get them back in. I know the risk that's going to happen when you have big trucks coming through. When they top that hill and you got the Human Development Center and their golf carts blocking the road trying to get one of their persons that escaped, when they top that hill, big trucks cannot stop in enough time. Somebody's going to get killed and hurt. I don't want my truck being responsible for that. When they leave out every day, it's a liability. And that's one liability that I don't want on my conscience if they top that hill and they kill somebody because they cannot get stopped in time due to changing the routing. And again, when they go through the mill, they close and lock them gates at a certain time every day, and they don't open it till a certain time the next morning. If my truck has to go that way, they can't get through until those gates are open. So that's my concern about changing the route. A lot of it needs to be signed. I get that the trucks, they get lost, they get confused, they get turned around. There's a lot of updating with the GPS that needs to be done, and there's a lot of more signs that needs to be put up because you're not fixing a problem by changing a road when stuff's not showing up on GPS. They're still going to get lost. And how will that affect an actual forestry company and their business on how their trucks gets to and from their point?
Would you like an answer right now?
I would like an answer.
Ganaway is not going to be shut off. to your
It's not
trucks.
gonna be
No,
shut
ma'am.
off.
It won't be because the truck route ordinance says you can get on any street you got to get on to get to where you're going. You're just supposed to be as close to it as you can following the truck route. Y'all will be, you won't have to go through the mill.
Okay.
Because that's,
So
that's,
they
so that is
will-
not, that will not affect y'all whatsoever. You
Okay.
can, you can still use Ganaway, because you're already there.
Yes.
You're already there. It will not
Well,
have
let
any
me-
impact on you at all.
Let me ask you this, how is that going to affect, because they're saying that they're changing the route due to the neighborhood. So what is that going to do?
That just doesn't matter because if they gotta use that route to get there.
But how is that making it a better option, changing where big trucks can't come, but putting it on another road when you're still operating big trucks?
There will be less vehicles going in and out on Ganaway. It's just y'all will be perfectly legal to keep using
And
that
then-
road.
And that's great, but then that's the second thing, it puts it on my side of the neighborhood where it's gonna cause some major issues that I don't think people's keeping in mind the Human Development Center.
We've already had discussions with the Human Development Center. First of all, they're not opposed to it. And second of all, I don't know if you've noticed, but they got a huge fence that's been built all
But
around that
there's no gates
place.
up yet.
Well, they're gonna have it.
They're supposed to have had it back
The
in the end
people-
of May.
Well, I'm just telling you what's going on. The state that's been in works for a while to stop people that live there from being able to
Well,
wander away.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that my truck can still use it, but as I said, my second is that it's gonna be on my side and it's gonna be a dangerous thing, and I would like for y'all to think about that before you make a decision. I'm not against the grant. I think it's a great idea. I just don't think you're gonna fix a problem by moving it to a different neighborhood.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's next?
Carol Little.
Ms. Little, you likewise, most of them may know you, but tell them who you are.
Well, I'm Carol Little, I live in Warren. Jana actually hit most of the things that I wanted to talk about. The GPS thing with the DOT, I'm very concerned about all the roads in Warren. For example, right behind Scott Richardson's business, there's a gravel road that has a big gravel pile there. It's not a through road, but the trucks are still being sent even through there. I'm on the dead end road on the other side of the mill on Pennington Road, and the big trucks come down my street now and have to back out and get pulled out by wreckers. And I saw it when I lived on Bradley Street for 20 years. It is an issue with the trucks, not knowing where to go. In the past month, I have really looked at so many maps with DOT and local maps and all over the place. And right now, Ganaway is not showing that it's even rated for heavy truck traffic, but for a portion of it. And if I'm a big truck driver, I don't want to go down Ganaway because I'm not supposed to, based on the maps. So I don't understand how we think that anything is going to be fixed if it's not fixed from DOT down. And I don't know if that comes from us, from the county, from the city to them, and who needs to be the dog with the bone to make it happen. But for years, it's been wrong. And at some point, from what I can tell, that's the major issue with everyone having a problem with the trucks coming in places that they shouldn't. I'm with Jana as far as the forestry. It's a grant for forestry, and you got someone in the forestry business that's very against it. I have had people from the Human Development Center walk in my house wanting a gun. So I'm very aware of the people who are getting out. And yes, there is a fence now. They told us there would be a gate months ago, and then again that there would be a gate at the end of July, and it still hasn't happened. Until you've got a year or so of nobody getting out versus, I don't know, 7 to 10 that I'm aware of in just the past few months, I would not want there to be big trucks going through there. I think it's a huge liability. It's not a through road. It's a dead-end road for myself, for people on Cowboy Road, for people on Reese Circle, and it's our only way to get in and out through there. We all walk along there. The Human Development Center people are going to be through there, and so I don't know if there's a sidewalk in this proposal or not, but I don't see all of us doing our walking and the things that we do and having big trucks meeting each other unless it's really going to be widened out and there be a place for people to walk. It just doesn't seem safe. The other thing, I know that everybody would like to have the truck route thing come in from the bypass, and the railroad folks are not for it. My neighbor that's just between myself and the mill is clearing out a place to build a house, Mr. Gardner, and the railroad folks have been using his property to come in and out for 30 years or so based on the historical inventory I can see. And we don't see that they have a legal access, a legal right to be doing so. He has since put up a chain and locked it, no trespassing signs. And they have their switches that they use to get on and off the tracks right down there, and they're not gonna be able to do that anymore. So who knows, the railroad folks might get more interested in having a place to go across the tracks from the city side, the property that y'all lease or whatever, if they can't get in there from where they've been doing it for the past 30 or so years. We're just trying to help y'all from that standpoint. Hopefully that would, make a change down the road, because it's not gonna be easy for them to get down there anymore, because they'll be going from all the way down to our side of Pennington from the co-op side. But like I say, she hit most of it, but those are my concerns, and I just don't think it's a good grant for the forestry department to have any part of. Thanks.
Thank you. Who's next?
Edith Strong.
It's Edith. Come forward.
I really talk loud enough to stand here.
Well, we need to get you on the recorder up here a little bit. We record the meeting, so if you don't mind, that'll be
I don't
helpful.
mind at all.
Get your 15 seconds.
I won't.
Miss Edith, I think they know you, but state your name and your address anyway, so we got it, please.
I'm sure most of you all in here know me. I have a loud mouth, and I'm gonna say what is right and what I feel is right. To the mayor and to each of you in here, I'm concerned about our time. I'm concerned about the growth of jobs in this community. And I know a lot of you all have young people growing up. They're gonna get out of high school. Do you want them to stay here and raise a family? Or do you want them, soon as they get out of high school, like I did, I had to leave here. So that shouldn't have to happen in a place where we grew up. I grew up down in the Mount Olive community in Hermitage. Finished high school in Hermitage, Arkansas. Left the next day going to California and went into training for jobs in electronics. And I retired from Lockheed Aircraft. All of my jobs totaled 40 years. Longer than some of you all are old. But I would just like to say, why are we gonna sit, grow up in a town, raise our family, and do we have, Mayor Reed, you know I used to look for you, I'm a bandit, huh?
I got scars.
Your wife gave me your phone number. What is our 5-year plan for jobs, other than the meal, the log meal? Our children are educated. They got technology minds. What kind of, can we bring some technology stuff around here? That these young people,
You know anybody that we can talk to?
don't you have scouts to go out and look for jobs to bring into the town?
Constantly.
You do?
Yeah.
What about the Chamber of Commerce?
I can't speak for them. That's not, I don't, they're
Who
a separate,
are our commissioners here?
your commissioners of what?
Any Arkansas to go out and vouch for jobs for the counties?
Well, I guess the
The city,
closest thing to it's the
The
Arkansas.
county? But I'm just saying, we're praying people. We should be able to want our young people to stay here. This is a good place to raise families. And I would like to see that. I would like to see our children get out, go to college, and come back here that they can find a good job that they can make a living. And if we can't get that, Mayor, our county judge, them all they was worried about bringing a jail here. The jail up the people if they get in trouble. To God be the glory. It's praying time that we not let our towns grow. As old as I am, I got a chance to see Johnville die. I got a chance to see Vitz die. I got a chance to see Ingalls die. Hermitage. And God knows our town here is on its way. That shouldn't have to happen. We love this place.
Let me give you a little piece of information you might want to
And I love
pass
you.
on to some folks.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
just for information. There's 250 new jobs coming to Weyerhaeuser. You can throw a rock and hit from downtown Warren.
So that's going to be here soon.
They're building it.
Praise the Lord.
So it's
Praise
right
the Lord.
right between Warren and Monticello. But it's,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
that's been in the works for
That bothers me.
about 2 or 3 years. So that's going to
To
be
see
good.
this. And
Okay.
you don't want your town to look like all the old folks, women and men looking like me. I like
Old folks and women.
I
and
do
friends.
too.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yes, ma'am.
Please, people, let's stand together and make sure something get brought into our town so our young people can raise their families here and grow. See, I grew up with his mom and dad.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate
Mr.
you.
Topher.
Thank you.
God bless you and all of you in here. We stand together, pray together. Anybody pray together, we'll live and be blessing one another. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sister Edie,
Yes.
Sawtooth Processing need 2 employees if you want to send them to.
I will.
Okay.
Plenty of them. Yes. Let's get more.
You know, Mr. Tollfree makes a valid comment. There's a number of our existing businesses looking for employees.
Send them to me.
They're looking for employees, a number of them. There's about 7 wood manufacturing companies in Warren. They're small, most of them, but nevertheless, they're looking for people. Who we got next?
Are
Charlotte,
you ready?
who we got next?
Blanca, Mayday.
Okay, y'all will step up here. Is this about the mobile home?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Y'all come right ahead. I just want to tell you, that's on the agenda a little bit later, but you can go ahead and say whatever you wish to say. But it will be talked about again. It's on the agenda. Please tell them who you are.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Blanca Maday Castro. Estoy aquí porque estamos pidiendo, solicitando un permiso para parquear una trailer, que la vez pasada me lo negaron y estoy aquí para ver qué puedo hacer.
She's here to, she want to appeal for the permission to move the mobile home from my property. So she want to appeal for the permission.
Just for the record, if I may say this, because this went to the City Planning Commission, and I think they turned it down on some legal matters. We're going to talk about that later, but I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, and y'all understood what was going on. And so this is this is an appeal which the council will be considering here in just a little bit. Whatever else you want to say, go ahead.
Pues solamente que quiero que si pueden darme el permiso es para que yo pueda vivir ahí con mi familia. Somos personas respetuosas, no queremos causar ningún mal, solo queremos vivir ahí.
She's a responsible person and she just wanna live in the cottage, fix the mobile home and live there.
Thank you.
And they want the permission.
Well, y'all stay, don't leave, okay? Because,
Yes.
this is gonna come back
Yes,
up
okay.
under the planning commission
Yes.
report, so,
Yeah, okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Waiter Nava, and David Consuela. They're all the
Is
same.
this all the same
Yes,
subject?
it's all the
Okay,
same, the same
okay.
mobile home.
We
Terrence-
understand it's being appealed, we understand that, and we'll deal with that here.
Okay.
Just-
Terrence Robertson.
Okay, come ahead. You would give me your name, where you live, sir, would you?
Good evening, Terrence Robinson, Wolfpack. On Wolfpack Motorcycle Club, we had, got permission the 4th of July, but we got it rained out. And I was trying to see could we do it this Saturday.
To close off John C. Moss, is
Yes.
that what it is?
Just like what y'all done in the past, is that what you're talking about? Council members, it's, want to give permission to do that, you certainly can. It's talking about closing that street up. From when to when? What's the time period?
We usually do from 6 to 1.
6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And again, what date are you wanting?
August 15th.
August 15th, so coming right up on us here, so.
So are you having some type of event or?
Yes, ma'am.
Rob, tell the police chief to step in here just a minute. Chief, is there any issue here you're aware of? They've done this before, several times actually, so we'll just, make sure we get the stuff they would need. If the council approves that we get what they need to barricade the street off, basically from Central to the railroad track, right?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. Okay.
I move that the Wolfpack be granted that time period of 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. on August 15th.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second by Mr. Toll-Free. Any question or discussion? All in favor, show of hands. Okay, 5 in favor. We'll make sure we coordinate everything and get what you need out there to do what needs to be done. Appreciate you coming and asking.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, thank you. Charlotte, what else? Who else?
That's it.
Okay, that's all of our public comments. Appreciate that. Let's see where we are here. We're on administrative and standing committee reports. We're going to start with the chief of police. Chief, they've got your packet. Tell them what you need to tell them.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm glad that you guys have my monthly report for the month of July to fix our activity for the month. Like you reported, we did have our officer graduate from the academy on July 31st, so we have another additional certified officer on staff. We have 2 uncertified officers scheduled to go August 17th to start the leader training. This will be the first class. They extended the training for 14 weeks, so they'll be in training for 14 weeks instead of the regular 13 weeks they've been in training. But they are ready to go the 17th of August, and if they get through the 14-week course, we'll have 2 more additional certified officers on staff.
Council members, do you have any questions of the chief?
There was a report of traffic flow interruption on Smith Road late last week in 278. You have any idea?
As far as the traffic flow or
Yeah, it was blocked off on
Are you talking about the fire truck that turned over?
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the chief. His guys were out there working it. That was a rural Bradley County fire truck, not the city of Warren, and it did turn over and it tore it up. Fortunately, no injuries. On its way to a fire, out of the city limits. I can answer that for you because I came right up on it, didn't
Appreciate it.
I was confused.
I'm sorry.
He did have people out there, Mr. Toll-Free, I can assure you that. They were
I was aware of it.
handling traffic and what have you, but that's what happened.
And then also, there's been inquiries from the residents on West Pine about excessive jailbreaking on that street. I wish you would look into it for us.
We already had complaints about speeding out there, so we already monitored the speeding. And also around the daycare out there as far as speeding around that area. So our officers are out there, and I'll tell them to go and look out or to hear out for jailbreaking simply that occurred.
Thank you very much.
Anybody? Council, questions for the chief? All right, thank you. That brings us to the police committee, so you better stay put. Councilmember Burt Frazier, chairman.
Yes, we met on August the 4th at 4:30 p.m. and we had 3 items on the agenda. The first was the item about feral cats, and the committee decided that the first thing to do is to find out what the local vet is willing to do as far as maybe holding or giving a discount, or I don't want to, but what it would take to spay and neuter cats. What we found out that we had a citizen that was here that had several cats spayed and neutered from a program in Little Rock called the CARE program, and you get half off from spay or neutering, $85 to spay a cat, and then with the voucher it comes down to $35. So after we find out what the vet is willing to do, I'm also looking at coordinating with other counties and having a mobile clinic, because we're not the only ones with problems with cats. And then, what else did we say? That we're going to look at just all the options and then get back together, and we'll have more information monthly. But right now, we're getting with the local vets, seeing what they can do, if they can do anything, to help with the cat problem, because it's not something that everybody has to be on it, or it's not going to work. The second thing we covered was the request that last month we had the mayor from Kingsland come and ask, was there anything that our animal control officer could do to help with the stray dogs in Kingsland? We have a problem as well. We don't have any room in our pound, and so Chief Hildreth is going to call the mayor and give her some names of somebody that possibly could come help, like part-time help. And then the third item we had was the electric bikes and scooters. I don't know if anybody has seen or gotten behind or passed or about on the highways, and I asked the chief about what was the rules and law about e-bikes and e-scooters, and he said they have to follow bicycle laws from the state. So we're going to get the bicycle laws published on our Facebook page, and then one thing that they can be ticketed for was impeding traffic, if they're holding up traffic for long, because we've had complaints about on the highway and long, lines of traffic behind them on Central and on Church, long traffic lines behind them. And so we're going to start educating and see if that helps the problem. And that's all we have.
No action of any kind.
No action
you
of
need
any
to take
kind.
right now.
No.
Okay, very good. I think that takes care of the police.
Thank you.
Chief, thank you. Fire chief. While he's coming, I will tell y'all that I did get a frantic call from him. That truck turned over yesterday, Sunday, before 1 o'clock. And I was out there, just came up on it accidentally. Of course, it scared me to death. I kept looking. I didn't want anybody to be hurt, but I sure was hoping it wasn't no city fire truck. I don't mind telling you. And one police officer told me it wasn't. It wasn't. 5 minutes later, I got a call from the chief, and he said, "We're okay, not our truck." So a bunch of his folks were out there, including the rescue truck and what have you, but everything on that part turned out good. Chief, they got your written report. What you want to tell them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We've been busy for the month of July. 22 total calls. We've had several tone-outs. We only actually toned out one time for the wood chip pile down here at Warren Timbers, but me and my paid guys were there multiple times, and they had that under control at this point. They brought in some equipment and water trucks and whatnot, and they're kind of tending to that, and they are hauling chips away as we speak. So that's a good deal. Our monthly meeting was on July the 6th, 23 members present. And that's my report.
Questions for the fire chief, council?
Safe haven.
We're waiting on some gas pipe. We had to move the gas line, and the gas pipe, if it's not here, it's on its way.
And after that,
We will have
everything should
it.
be in place.
We will have it installed, and we will, of course, have a ceremony of some kind, and pictures and all that kind of stuff. But yes, ma'am, that should be anytime.
Very good.
Chief, did you, have an opportunity to participate in the emergency response on last week with the school district?
No, sir. We were not, I don't know which number, we were not included.
Okay.
Any other questions for the fire chief? Mr. Toll-Free, I'm gonna move to you, but, I think we're gonna probably have to have another meeting of your committee. We've pulled that ordinance on, filing claims with insurance companies for fires. A lot of insurance policies provide payments to the local fire department. Not all of them, but some of them do, and we're trying to make sure we get collected where we can. I went back and researched that ordinance, and it's not exactly written the way I thought it had been from back in the past. We're gonna need to look at that whole thing. So I need your committee to, schedule a time to meet so we can sit down and go over that with you and then come up with how y'all wanna continue this process.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to give my explicit deep thanks to the committee for filling in the stead with me on the last city council meeting, and then I also want to thank y'all for all your prayers while I had my surgery, and you see I'm bouncing right back, and I guess I'm just tough as a hickory nut tree. I don't stay down long through the grace of God, because through His grace, I'm better than what I should be. But, my heart goes out to other cancer patients in our community on the things that they have to go through. And I just pray that they have as much support as I have through my illness.
Yeah.
And I was informed by my fellow committee members that was coming up, and we will schedule another meeting to address that ordinance. But then also moving on to number 2, the purchase of the rescue truck. We had been presented to us from the chief about our current one and need to update the old one that we have, and he's going to go through the steps of getting together some prices and other specs that we need to make the final decision on that. And I wanted to commend my committee members also for listening to what he had to say and asking questions and seeing the need to proceed with this. So by that time, maybe we'll be able to handle both things at one time. Thank you. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Mr. Toll-Free. Appreciate that. I know y'all got stuff going, and we appreciate it.
But that's also I want to say, I just appreciate my committee members for being well informed, asking questions to be able to solidify our decisions and not tearing along on our meetings. And I think that contributes to them being able and have the want to come to the meeting, because they're not going to be here long. And they handle business and they get out of here. And it's not a strain on their time, and I also want to appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, Chief. I think that takes care of you. Sanitation, I believe, is next. Mr. Johnson, who wears more than one hat. But let's start with solid waste, okay?
All right.
And give them any kind of updates you need to do on any of your reports. There are reports in the packets.
Anybody have any questions, I'll be glad to, or try to answer.
You said you were gonna share the cardboard revenue.
Yes, ma'am, I did last month and it hadn't changed. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's the same.
We hadn't sold any, no ma'am. I think that may be a quarterly report.
Oh.
The price is still a little low, so we're just holding it, but I will keep you informed.
We thought we were gonna have another with what we got collected?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am, it won't, no, ma'am. I'm sorry to represent that wrong.
No, you didn't represent it wrong, we were just wishful thinking.
Okay, we sell cardboard about every other month, and then it takes about a month for us to get a check, so it, yeah, you know, but we're picking it up every day, and it's going good.
We went on vacation, and we noticed a lot of the large businesses, that cardboard was something that they had employees with the forklift, you know, gathering up and mashing them down. So apparently they're making money in the larger areas.
Yes, ma'am.
Your local supermarkets are doing that on their own too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Been doing it for years, actually, especially Super Value. I'm not sure about the other one. But, yeah, they got their own presses and compaction, and they sell their own, which they're
So they
allowed
don't
to
give it
do.
to us?
No, ma'am, they've got their own press. But I would like to make a little statement here as far as the cardboard. I appreciate everybody that's been bringing them to the local areas and calling for pickups. There is one problem, however, we're getting a lot of plastic and packing material in the cardboard, and it's taken a lot of time to separate. And we just ask that if they'll, you know, take us a little bit of time and make sure they remove the stuff that's in the box, and then, you know, go from there. It's beginning to be a real big problem.
And they can put that in their regular garbage.
Yeah.
You know, that stuff is.
I wonder, is there a way we could put a bin close to that, or in it, like where they could throw it, you know?
I have actually tried that, and I get bags of trash.
Oh, okay.
I get, when, you know, I mean, I get everything.
Sure.
Then I get
More than trash.
Yeah, I get a TV set out, and then
Yeah.
I get this, and I get
Dead
that.
dogs.
Right now, we currently have signs up cardboard only, no packing material, but it's just,
Yeah.
it's not doing any good. It's just taking, and we try to keep the ones that the city owns clean. And it takes a lot of man hours to do it. Now, a lot of stores are cooperating and doing the best they can, but you have a lot of individuals that are dumping it anyway.
Sure.
But we are getting a lot of cardboard, and we do appreciate the people that are doing it, and we'll take all you can give us.
You made Alderman Fulton proud.
Oh, we like to see those dollars.
Yeah.
What we obviously try to do, we try to have a, you know, pretty good load of cardboard when we sell it, and the prices are like a roller coaster on that stuff. And, you know, one month it's up there pretty high, and sometimes it takes a dive. It's all market driven. We try to sell, we got plenty of storage room once we bale it up, and to keep it out of the weather and so forth. And then if we just run out of room, then we have to go ahead and sell it for what we can get for it. But in the meantime, we try to hold on and make a big sale when the, you know, when the price is at its best. Recycling's a good thing, but you gotta do it right, because you can spend more money recycling than you're saving landfilling if you don't do it right. And certainly part of that's the cooperation of the public, and as Rob said, we're getting great cooperation from a lot of people, businesses and residences, because we don't want to throw any of that cardboard in the landfills. That saves us money every time we don't have a box in the garbage. So we really appreciate everybody helping, trying to take part in that, because it just it helps.
Yeah, maybe we should send something else out to the public, you know.
Probably should.
We have capabilities of storing over 200 bales at a time, so we can kind of watch the market. It always goes up at the first of the month. It never goes up during the month. It's always, I get the price on the 9th of every month, and that will be the price for the remainder of that month. But it ranges from $45 a ton to $220 a ton, so you don't want to, you want to make as much as you can, you know.
Other questions on solid waste?
Not a question, I'm just gonna make another statement about what he touched on. I just wish everybody would put stuff where it belongs. You know, because we got that nice bucket truck now that goes around and pick up rubbish, and all they have to do is call in, and they'll pick it up and sit it right there where it's accessible, along with the leaves they're bagged on certain days. They have that picked up instead of them trying to bring it and throw it over into the dumpsters. You know, and it's a seamless process, and they do pretty good on the pickup. So if they would just take a little extra and just call in and tell them their address and what they have, they've been pretty good about picking it up, and then that way it don't contaminate our whole wall system.
Very well stated.
Again, education, you know, we have to do reminders.
Good point. Y'all will notice on your written report, just in the month of July, we picked junk up at 48 residences in Warren with that grapple truck, one man in the grapple truck. We also picked up some type of yard waste, limbs, stuff like that from 24 houses. That's quite a bit to do in a month. Of course, this stuff has to be called in, tell us, you know, they got it out near the street, and then but we're hauling a lot more than we used to. And then you'll see we removed 5 more inoperable vehicles. It's just for the public's information. This is places, mainly residences, where people's got what I would call an old or dilapidated vehicle. It don't run, it don't have no license, it don't have no insurance. And if it doesn't, it can't just be left there in the yard. And I forgot how many over the last 2 years we picked up. We still got a lot to do. But we are working on it. We got 5 last month, but that's mainly because that's about all the time we had because of the other stuff we were doing, but we're still doing that too. Any other questions? Let's see the sanitation committee. Anything, Councilmember Atkins?
No report this month.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Rob, put on your building official hat. And you got all the permits that were issued, building, electrical, and plumbing. All of that is on a sheet of paper in your packet. You got anything you want to point out?
They were higher than we were this time last year in permits, number of permits issued and the fees. We've collected $19,285 worth of fees so far this year. And people are being good about coming in, explaining what they want to do and getting a permit and then having it inspected. And insurance companies have a lot to do with that now. They step in on all of it. So many things now require a building permit and an inspection to get insurance. So a lot of things are changing in that field. So we look for that to be a little increase over the remainder of this year and the start of next year. A few changes are going to be made next year in the permit structure because we haven't had any updates in several years, and we're falling way behind on some, but everything else is good in the building department.
Do you have any new properties to order cleaned up at this time?
Those are we thought we were going to have, but 4 out of the 5 that I thought I was going to add to the list have started progress on. Our other properties that are been condemned, still getting a little work done on 1335 West Central, and they cleaned up a little bit this weekend, matter of fact, and then the lady at 320 South Main here across from Fraser's, next to First Baptist Church, they were hooked up and getting ready to move it today. And their deadline was August the 12th, which is Wednesday. So I personally went to the house and visited with the lady. She instructed the people that were living there what she expected them to do and what they're supposed to remove. When I left, it was hooked up and they were headed to Monticello. They own some property at Monticello.
Don't say that out loud. I don't want anybody from Monticello to know that's where they're going. That's a joke, folks. That's just a joke.
But
anyway.
hopefully everything will be taken. The lady
Especially
that
Dr.
owns,
Pelkey sitting here listening.
the lady that owns the property is very sincere on getting it right, and she finally found some ways to get the people that were squatting gone.
She came into the office today, because I talked to her several times, I want y'all to know this, because I told her we were fixing to issue a citation. Something didn't happen. We had no other choice than down the road. And the problem is, while she didn't create all this, it's her property. And she would be the one that would be issued the citation to, because she's responsible for it. She understands that. there's kin folks involved in this thing, but she, I think, has got them moving, so if they don't go through with all of it, we're gonna go ahead and do what we gotta do, but we tried, we even sent her another letter. And, so, as Rob said, I think that is about to get, cleaned up properly. And I know you're working on, we got a number of complaints we're still working on, and we do the best we can do to get people to do this on their own, so we don't either have to carry them to court or clean it up and bill them and not get paid and put a lien on the property. This can go on for months, if not years sometime, on all this stuff. So that's why we're carrying more of them to court than we used to. We've got a lot of properties in this town that still need to be cleaned up. I'm talking about residential, some businesses, but certainly residential, because there's just people are making junkyards out of their property. And that's just not right to everybody else, and it violates ordinances. So we are working on that, I promise you. All over town, and not just one neighborhood, but everywhere we can. So I want everybody, and the people that have cooperated, I want to thank them. I want to thank them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I was contacted about a property on Cobbs in St. James, across the street from St. James Church.
I think it's a vacant house, but it's old.
Yes, it was owned by
Yeah, I've seen
Louise
it.
Brown, and I think maybe her son is the only living family member,
No, her brother.
her brother.
He's been concerned about it, but I hadn't heard any more about it.
But, the members, some of the members at St. James feel like it's a sore eye to the church. You look across the street.
Sore eye to the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they also, actually, they have two properties. They own their property on Rock Street, right behind that store when you turn off Central.
Can where Mr. Pearson live, or Preston, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that right? Robert Preston, I believe was his name.
A tree has fell in the yard or something, and,
Okay.
and those were brought to my attention.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be glad to check those out and see what we can get started on.
I'll see can I get you a number for Charles Ray Brown. He lives in Atlanta. Put that on St.
On St.
James.
James and Cobbs.
When he owns it, going to
I don't know that.
We'll anything y'all submit us like that, we'll be happy to follow up, see what we can do. And before we get off this subject, this includes keeping grass mowed too. Not just talking about places falling in or full of junk. We got people that just don't, and sometimes it's vacant, they moved off or something's happened, but they still got to keep the grass cut. And we have a lot of issues with that. And just asking everybody, please help us, cooperate with us, but certainly anything that you call to our attention, we see a lot of it anyway, but certainly call to our attention, we'll do our best to try to address it. Anything else for Rob? Okay, thank you, Ms. Johnson. You need to stay close now. Okay, street foreman, Mr. Hernsberger.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'll go ahead and tell you this has been a very challenging month for me, or for the street department. We have managed to do what we could do, but thankfully I've got all but one person back on my crew. The two new hires started this morning. We're just trying to play catch up right now. As soon as I get them trained off, the better off I'll be, or will be. So, we push hogged and we've done what we could do, but we have fell behind. Hopefully I can make a better report next month that we've caught up.
Anybody got a particular question they want to ask him, or?
Could you tell the council how many, what's your staffing situation right now?
I had one that Bruce, he's went out on medical, and one quit, and we had to terminate one. And so that left me with one employee, me and one other employee. So I do got 2 hired. They started today, so I'm all back except the one that's on medical, and I don't know when he will be able to return.
Certainly call us anytime if you know, street matter that you think we need to address. I will tell you this, I don't think I told you before, but one of the things we're trying to do in our neighborhoods, and we got quite a bit of this, you know, miles of street in the city that fit this category, where it's not curb and gutter, just what we would call open ditch drainage. Of course, that's in the right-of-way. Most of those ditches are in the public right-of-way. A lot of people like to, if they live there, would like to mow it themselves along with their yard to keep it all looking the same, and we appreciate that, have no problem with it. A lot of people let it grow up like a jungle. That's where we have to come in and bush hog or, you know, do whatever we can do. We can't bush hog every street in Warren every week. It's not feasible. We can't do it. So we're spraying most of them and killing the grass off. In the ones that if people tell us they want to take care of it themselves and don't want it sprayed in front of their house, then we'll certainly, you know, allow them to do that. But if not, we're spraying it for trying to knock it off in the summer so that at least you don't have a grown-up ditch. And we're trying to do that as much as we can, intersections, all kinds of places where it's just, you know, it's not kept up, and we just have to do something. And the best way to do it is to spray it and try to kill it off. So that's why you may drive around and see some brown looking ditches in places, but it does help and it does work. So just so y'all know why we're doing it.
Mayor, I want to give a shout out to the State Highway Department on a great job they did right there in front of Union Hill Church with putting that cover and resurfacing that area, because there have been some citizens that ran into that ditch. I guess sometimes they think the state is just not responsive, but they come in and did a great job, and I just want to appreciate their participating in helping alleviate that problem.
Thank you. Councilmember Henderson.
The lot over where Quinn Clark on Church Street, I noticed she's keeping up the part on the front of her house, but we normally cut that, you know, where the former baseball field is. Okay, where the swimming pool is, you come down, and then...
You don't have an address on it, do you? But I mean, we'll figure it out.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, please do that. You just send that to me, I'll help you. Thank you.
Right there on the corner. Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Hernsberger? He's tried to put me on the bush hog 2 or 3 times, and he decided that was not a wise idea because we'd have more expenses for repairs. So,
yeah, you do need skills to operate equipment.
Okay, thank you very much, Monty. Street Committee, obviously Councilmember Mosley is not present. Councilmember Atkins or Toll-Free, do either one of y'all want to give a report? Or you just tell you what I know, it's up to y'all.
I'll fill in a little, and then what I leave out, please, Mayor, fill in the rest. We did meet on April the 4th. The entire committee was there. The 3 items on our agenda are the public hearing, the McClellan engineering contract for drainage and Meadowview drainage, and then a resolution regarding the DRA grant.
Okay.
For item number 1, we rescheduled. We didn't realize we had not met the 2-week criteria for the street public hearing. So this hearing is for our citizens to come out and tell us what you see within our community that needs repair with the limited allocated funds we have. So we would like as many people as possible to come out on August the 13th at 5 p.m. to voice your concerns about our streets or concerns within your neighborhood.
I think y'all we need a motion
For
to hold the public hearing on this that date, if you would, just make a motion.
Okay.
That's the committee's recommendation.
That's the committee's recommendation that we hold a public hearing on August the 13th at 5 p.m.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Mr. Tolfree got the second in. Is there any discussion? This is our annual, we do this, try to do this every year. We'll certainly get as much advertising out as we can, but for anybody to be able to just come and tell the committee, this street needs repaving or whatever the case may be, and we got lots of them that do. So, all in favor, show of hands. I see 5 in favor. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
And then item number 2, I believe we have the contract or agreement in our packet for McClellan Engineering. And I will yield to the mayor so he can explain the 2 parts of this
Yes,
agreement.
If you look at it, I think it's got like a work order, work order number 1, work order number 2. This is a proposed contract from McClellan Consulting Engineers, who do a lot of work for us. And there's 2 things here. Number 1 is for them to start working on and getting us a plan to try to fix the town branch. A lot of different issues running all the way through town, but primarily from the city park all the way to where it exits Warren down there by the Myrtle and I'll get it right in a minute, Myrtle and Pine Street there. That whole thing needs to be restructured along by the YMCA. Needs a lot of work done there. We have flooding problems in some of this area. We don't want to make them worse, but we want to be able to get that water out of there and have the erosion problem solved. And we don't have all the money to do all this. We are applying for another grant, and that's part of what they're helping us do. Because we're talking about several $100,000 here. We're not talking about just going there with a backhoe and cleaning a little bit out. So this contract would get them on board to help us, and it's a pay-as-you-go thing. They do certain things of research and design, and then we pay them for that, and then ultimately come up with a master plan. The other one is to try to address the problem we've had for years over at Meadowview. And there's not much left to do there because we found out we were having trouble getting an easement provided to us. McClellan came back in and told me they did some more research on that, and we've already got an easement, a utility easement through there. We don't have to get an easement from anybody. Now, we want to make sure we check all that out legally. If we go in there and dig up somebody's private property, wouldn't be good. So I'm going to need them to do a little bit more work on that. And then, of course, mark where the easement is, if that's true. I don't intend to pay them too much more on that one because some of that should have been done the first time they looked at it. But I just want y'all to approve this. It's not open-ended. It's just where we'd go to work on this and try to get a master plan on that, and also try to get the grant, which we've been talking to the state agency that says they can provide us a good bit of money if we put this together right. So I just need which I think the committee voted to recommend doing.
So it is the pleasure of the committee to ask a motion for us to enter in a contract with McClellan Engineering to give us, estimates,
Design work and estimates, yes, ma'am.
The town branch drainage and for the Meadowview drainage.
Second.
Okay, so that motion comes from the committee, but is that Councilmember Atkins, you make the motion, and Councilmember Burks Frazier seconded. Is there any question or discussion?
Discussion.
Yes, sir.
It's been some years ago that the University of Arkansas put together a plan for that whole right-of-way. And since we want to stop right there where you said on the other side of it, I just wish there was some way that we could recoup that plan and enact that plan that was gonna be kind of on the low side of, if not any money, to help with the, volume of water that was flowing per second, to be able not to just wash this back in, back out.
Well, we certainly can get them to take a look at that too.
Yeah, cause they did a detailed
Further
thing,
research.
even with the type of grass that we would need, and then the floodplain even having to where it would kind of disperse for a while and then just kind of ease back into the system. I mean, I was really impressed at the work they did. They won an award for the plan that they did.
Okay, good point. Okay, any other discussion? I'm going to call for a vote. All in favor, show of hands. This is for the contract approval. I see 5 in favor with 1 absent. And then you got the DRA grant. You got a proposed resolution. Dr. Pelkey is here. We approve, and of course the University of Arkansas at Monticello is in effect putting this together. Y'all have already been briefed on that. Now there's no guarantee we're going to get this. And if we don't, of course, there's not much else we can do right now. But do y'all want to hear Dr. Pelkey or ask him any other questions or anything?
Move forward with the resolution.
All right. Let me read it.
I just wanted to hear it.
Dr. Pelkey, you didn't have anywhere else to be tonight anyway, did you? Come.
He's so eloquent when he speaks.
Let me read it, and then y'all can act accordingly. This will be resolution number, proposed resolution 714. That's it.
So what? 15 or 14?
1-4.
All right, oh, wrong sticker. 715, I'm sorry, city clerk called me up here. I think that's left over from some other time, but I never have moved. It's A715. A resolution authorizing the mayor of Warren to apply for a Delta Regional Authority grant on behalf of the city of Warren. Whereas the City Council of Warren, State of Arkansas, a resolution entitled City of Warren Delta Regional Authority Grant, and whereas the Warren City Council determined the City of Warren meets eligibility requirements necessary to apply for a grant from DRA, whereas the City of Warren has presented plans for reconstruction of Clingman Road and a portion of Pennington Road. I will mention that part's in the county, okay, just so y'all know that. But and whereas the City Council of Warren recognizes the need for the project, concurs its importance, supports efforts to proceed with the same, therefore be it resolved, the Mayor of Warren, Arkansas is hereby authorized to submit an application, a formal request to Delta Regional Authority for funds to rebuild Clingman Road and a portion of Pennington Road, make them suitable and safe for all vehicle traffic, including heavy trucks. That is the resolution.
I move that we adopt resolution number A715.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Anybody got any question or discussion? Before you vote, I do want to add this comment. I happened to finally got a chance to talk to Judge McKinney today. Of course, y'all know he's been having a lot of issues health-wise, but I did talk to him. And he said for me to tell y'all in no uncertain terms that he's for this and intends to pursue it along with us. Because some of this is in the county, not all of it in the city. He asked that I pass that on to you. Any other question or discussion? All in favor, show of hands, please. I see 5 in favor, but that's sufficient, and we'll with 1 absent. So we'll execute that and go from there. Okay, let me see where we are next. Parks and Recreation, I'm sorry, Parks and Recreation. Kyle, there you are. Kyle's report is in your packet, but he's here for you to grill him any way you need to, okay? That's another joke, but anyway, go ahead. Questions on the
Friday. I believe it was by far the biggest year we've ever had.
In 26 years I've done it, it is.
That was a big plus.
We the only pool in town.
They didn't come from the Y. I don't
They
know
did?
where they came from. Because at first I would ask them, hey, are you coming here because of what? No, ma'am, no. So I think we had 6 at one time throughout that came from the Y to the city. So maybe they're just,
Now, there were some adult programs out there too, wasn't it, in Hawaii?
right, for the
Maybe-
first 2
yeah.
weeks, 3
First
weeks.
couple of weeks,
Yes.
okay.
And I think the advertisement helped some too, because a lot of them didn't know the days or the hours until they came out. And they
Yeah, I
was
started a
telling you.
Facebook page and
Yeah.
got a lot of followers.
Some days we had over 120 in one day.
Yep.
Yeah, it was,
There's a recommendation from a citizen that we need a sign on the highway to show this is the way to the pool. There's no signage. There's no signage.
GPS.
What if you like me and don't know how to use it, Mr. Tolfree?
Well, you be just like me, because I don't know either.
Okay, got any other questions for Mr.
No question.
Wagner?
No question, just comment.
Go ahead, you're recognized.
First of all, I would like to appreciate your effort right there by the pool, what used to be our basketball court.
Oh, yes.
And then secondly, I'd also like to appreciate the effort you made over there by the tennis courts to put some nets and goals up over there, and then we get that cleaned up. And I found out that we had some interest in some citizens that were wanting to organize to have certain activities for us training and even conducting some games there.
Yes, sir.
So I just would just appreciate if we could keep moving forward with this, because you know, we had somebody with the concerns about our community. But the thing about it is, and I always say this, when I was working for Potlatch Corporation and we always brought people in, they always want to know where they're going to live, where the kids going to go to school at, what activities are they have, where the hospital was, and where they could buy a drink. So if we can make it accessible
Is
to
there
our
a motion
community.
in that somewhere that you want to make? Or?
I'm just making a statement on what they usually ask me. And then we always holler about that we don't have opportunities for our kids. We have places for opportunities, we just not managing. Because I think just like we did with the park down there, we redid it. But the thing about it is, you can roll a ball out there, but until you gather them up and give them activities, not going to participate. We have plenty of opportunities, we just need to take advantage of them, just like our pool this year.
Was there 2 goals at that
Yes,
court by the pool?
and it was lighting also.
Yeah. And we've got some new lighting out there, if you driven by at night, that
Yeah.
it could possibly be turned and light up.
We need to maybe add another one on the other end, is that, because we just got to replace the one that's.
It was going both ways when they had it, like she said, from that area. You know, we underestimate that type thing, but Little Rock is going through deal theirs up on the interstate where they have basketball and things like that, and you'd be surprised at the participation we get if we had something like that. Thank you for
Okay.
that.
Thank y'all. I do want to add my thanks to Mr. Wagner and Council Member Burks Frazier and her other job with the city, which she has been authorized. She's done it for a number of years, does a great job of running that pool, and I think this year may have been the best. Between them, they got it functioning. We still got to get a lot of work done on it, but we got it functioning, and we're able to provide a place for the kids to swim, and hopefully we'll have it even better in the future. Questions? Okay. I think part of his report also, I think y'all all know this, but you should have a picture in your packet of the new train mural that was put on the building down in the park. Most folks have probably seen it by now, but we're very appreciative of that. They did a great job on it, and it really, I think, adds a lot to the park. Yes, sir, Mr. Tolfree.
if it was possible, I wish we could invite them to come to the meeting so we could thank them right here and also be able to get extra publicity for it, because that's something we sorely need. When I was a kid coming up, our school teachers gave back to the community with their skills. And she and her husband are both educators in our school system that took time out of their busy schedules to help beautify the community that way. And they are a resource we need to keep tapping into. And then it's been just an outpouring of pride in the community about that. So we need to kind of play on that much as we can.
Okay. All right, I think that takes care of Parks and Rec for now. It goes Community Economic Development. Councilmember Hooper, you got a few things there, maybe a couple to deal with.
A couple things, and thank you, Councilman Topher, for getting it started off for me.
I'm sorry?
No, I appreciate it. But I want to elaborate too and talk about for a second about the back to school giveaway. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This was the 6th annual community-wide back to school giveaway, and it was held July the 25th. And again, we had a great success. Over 200 families were given school supplies, clothing, shoes, household supplies, and food. And I want to thank Councilman Burks Frazier for teaming up with me. This is her 2nd year teaming up with me, and the City of Warren and all the sponsors' support, because it couldn't make it happen if we don't do it as a unity. We had a very special thank you to Jessica Griffin from Southeast Arkansas, local early childhood lead program. She joined in with us this year and also helped us made it a great success. And this vision that was given to me in 2019, I'm just so thankful and grateful that I was obedient and saw it through, because this is what I wanted, and that was for the community to give back to our young people. And not only seem like it has come kind of contagious, because other platforms held back to school giveaway as well. So I'm sure that no kid should have started without something to start school with. I mean, it was several back to school giveaways behind our event, and giving out backpacks and everything that a child could need. And so I am so grateful and thankful to the community for that. So I want to make sure that I, touch on that, because it's such a phenomenal thing to be able to host here in the community where everything is free. Everything was free. I don't know how many was in the swimming pool. I think we just lost count.
It was over 70.
In the pool, yes. So thank you on all of that, and special thanks to the police department. I mean, because they come out and they make sure that everything is safe and the traffic, and they also help. They would tote cases of water and everything. So I just appreciate everybody as a whole. Okay, going forward, the Main Street property is no report on it. The city flag purchase, no report on that, but we will discuss that in our next committee meeting and move forward with that. I'm going to go down to number 4 and say the old street shop for last. The vehicle decal and city pendants, the committee met on July the 30th, 2026 at 4:30 to discuss and decide on the design for all city vehicles, except we did decide for these decals that are in your pack, y'all see, to not be placed on the fire and police vehicles. But all other city vehicles will have this decal on their vehicle. The design was chosen to match our new city flag, and the committee agreed that the decals and the pendants should be the same as the city flag. And so now we're researching the best price for pendants and for city employees, and I guess whoever else maybe want a pendant, and the decals. We're getting prices, looking for the best price, and we should have a report on that next month. And in closing, the old street shop. As you see, the mural project is completed at the old street shop. $2,500 was approved for this project. The committee was able to stay under budget with only spending $2,250 being allocated for this project. And a building was hosted on July the 23rd to introduce to the public. The artist is Miss Kiara Brown. She's a Bronson and Warren Middle School teacher. She took the committee's vision and she brought it to life, and what an amazing job she did. The project, as Councilman Tofree said, has received outstanding reviews from the community, and the committee is excited about continuing with the renovation of the building. Our goal is to have this facility available for rent with the continued help of the mayor and councilman by early 2027. So I thank you, the committee thanks you. This is the picture. I know everybody has saw it. It has been the top of the news. And if you see Miss Kiara Brown, tell her that she did a great job. That ends my report.
Councilman Hooper did not, back on the decals and the pendants, your committee, I think, recommended to tell the council to vote to authorize the design.
Oh, that's okay.
So we
I
actually
got
need to
so
vote on
excited.
that,
Okay.
okay?
Right, I got so excited.
I think your committee recommended that, if I
Yes,
remember
yes,
correctly.
sir. Yes, sir. So this is the design chosen for the decal and the pendants, and the committee is wanting to motion that you all approve this.
Second the motion.
All right, motion by Councilmember Hooper and seconded by Councilmember Henderson. Is there any question or discussion? This is to approve the design of the decals. And when she says pendant, she's talking about like what I got on my coat right here, except it'd be this design, this new design. All in favor of approval, show of hands. I see 5 in favor. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.
Mayor, if I may?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Pelker didn't get a chance to sit up and speak, but I just cannot let this opportunity pass by. This is not the first time he's been able to help us. When I was a member of the Southeast Arkansas Cornerstone Coalition, and then also with the Chamber, he had spoken and given us thought and foresight on different things with forestry that goes unnoticed to the regular community because they were not able to attend those meetings. But it's just not like we sitting up and twiddling our thumbs in the community and not trying to get value-added products into our community that could create jobs as well as cash flow. And so, Dr. Pelker, I just want to let you know, even though they may not know, I want them to know that we appreciate all you do over there at UAM for us.
Thank you. You're very welcome, all of you.
And then also, I would like to thank the Community Action for their last week giveaway. I mean, and Tyson for their donation. You know, sometimes it goes unlooked with people, things they do to help us in the community, and the people that need help actually get help, but the help they get sometimes is below par. But I'm here to tell you, those are all meat, white chicken nuggets, or the bomb. And all the kids in the community right now are going to school with a snack and then coming home and getting another snack because there was plenty given away and there was no one turned away. And sometimes we underestimate those type of giveaways in our community. And I got to say I tried a few of them and it was all right.
All right, we need to get on our agenda here, and I think we're ready for Ways and Means Committee. Councilmember Henderson, you're recognized.
We have 2 items listed. The Tinga bonus came to us in the month of June. The administration asked that we visit with our treasurer and get an overview prior to making a recommendation to the full council, of which we did during our meeting. Our treasurer came and gave us a very thorough overview. As I stated, we can look at the cash balances to see where we actually are financially. However, due to the fact of the bonuses being under 14,000, he felt that we could move from one line item to another. In your packet, you do have the tenure bonus pay by categories, number of years, 25 years, all the way down to 5 years. Instead of reading all of those off, I'm going to move that the city of Warren give the city employees the tenure bonus per category, years of service, in the amount of $10,900 plus the FICA, $833.85, retirement, $1,669.88, with a total of $13,403.73.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Is there any question or discussion? And I may be asking something here that I ought to already know, but all elected officials covered by this too?
Not the council members, but
Okay.
the full-time.
I do not, I thank you, but I don't think it's appropriate for me as mayor to take a bonus. And I'm going, but I can, they can pay it out as y'all, and then I can just pay it back to the city. Now, I don't believe as the elected mayor that I should. However, I mean, you don't have to put that in motion. You just approve what you've done, and I will handle it however we need to handle it. But I did want to
You
bring
can
that.
handle it in-house, you can accept it and write a check back, or however you want to.
And I don't mean that against any other elected official or anybody, okay? Not at all.
Who said that? I thought throwing shade
Yeah, okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Tollfree, what'd you say?
Go ahead with the motion.
Got the motion?
He's saying call for the vote.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Well, I like to make announcements and thank yous too, so you know.
I got you.
I'm just picking with you. All right, all in favor of the motion to approve the tenure bonuses, show of hands, please. I see 5 in favor. That's sufficient. That takes care of it.
And then lastly, the Ways and Means Committee, along with the treasurer and the administration, did discuss ways, as you saw in the cash balances. Some of our balances are getting a little low, and we thought cash in a CD, but we did do a money market, and we may have to do that again. There were a couple of suggestions. One was a package store, and of course, we have talked about a sales tax on numerous occasions. My question to you, and we can do it consensus around the table, or we can do it as a motion. Are you willing, council members, to go into a committee as a whole to discuss how we would like to receive future revenues, whether it's a package store or whether we want to put something on the ballot? And if you do agree, we would need to meet in the month of August, in the month of September, not at a regular council meeting, but as a committee as a whole. And then hopefully in October, have a consensus so that if we're going to put something on the ballot, we would have time to do that, because it has to be done prior to December, or at December. So, consensus around the table, are you okay with coming together as, yes, as a committee as a whole?
Yes.
All of them are appropriate?
Oh, no doubt, because it's gonna take more than us, and we're gonna have to draw other groups in to be able to inform
Yes,
the
we
community.
would definitely want to have our citizens involved in order to put this endeavor. So if the minutes will just reflect that the consensus of all present Alderman Mosley has already agreed she's a part of Ways and Means. So I'm looking at the first meeting of August the 25th. If you would look at your calendars to see if that would be good for you, and the second as September 22nd. And the reason I'm saying Tuesdays is because most of us have Bible study on Wednesdays. So August 25th and August 22nd. September 22nd and August 25th. Those good? Yep. Okay, so pencil those in. That ends our report.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. All right, that gets to the reports of business boards and commission. Parks and Rec has not met, so we do not have anything there. Planning Commission, you've got their minutes of the 14th, and this is where the mobile home request that's been appealed comes up. Rob, would you step in here first of all as the building official? He works with the planning, with the Planning Commission. Could you first of all tell the council why they turned it down?
State law requires a mobile home to have a title. That was one of the reasons the mobile home was turned down, which I was told by the municipal league, that's all they needed really to turn it down. They have to provide a title, and they currently cannot.
Let me add, I wasn't at the meeting, but let me add this. We've got some major changes we're going to have to make in our codes, especially dealing with manufactured housing. We're not in compliance in several places with state law as to how you even go about doing this. Mr. Von Tonglin, has worked with us some in the past with the league, is putting together, the Planning Commission has been working on this for some time. This don't have anything directly to do with this case, but just so you know what's going on, that we've got to make some changes because we're not in, state law governs all this. And we operate under some old laws that never did get amended. Matter of fact, there's going to be have to be opened up more where mobile homes, manufactured homes, tiny houses is part of that. And we're working on trying to come up with a revised ordinance on all that. But in the meantime, the lady that's here and spoke, of course, they presented this, and it at this point, that's a problem. There's some other things that's going to have to be done. Now, Mr. Von Tonglin recommended what?
Once they provide me with a title to the mobile home, then it has to be inspected by me, the building official, prior to coming into town, because it cannot be brought into town not under code, okay? All that has to be prior to coming in. So that's where we are right now. I have to be provided the title, and then I'll have to do the inspection. That's state law. That's not anything Warren has to do with.
And the reason they don't have a title is?
I have no idea.
Do the neighbors have to sign anything?
That's right. They're notified. They were notified. That's all that's good for us, to let them be notified, and then they can come say whatever they want to. But as I was told by the planning commission by Mr. Jim in the meeting we had last week, that can't govern whether they are allowed or not. Your opinion.
So the petition we've been having them
The
sign.
petition is to let them be notified that this is what we're going to do.
Okay, so that they can come and share
Their opinion.
But they're gonna have to have a legal reason. They can't just say, we don't want a mobile home or, a manufactured housing. This is not just mobile homes, this is manufactured housing. And, we've been looking at what other towns are doing. I don't know that we need to spend a lot of time right now, but that's gonna have to come back to you on that. But the one that they're appealing, they're asking it to be approved, and what Rob's telling you, the Planning Commission says it's not legal until we have this done.
Well, that's a moot point. If the state already has deemed it to be illegal, is it?
Well, it's illegal because they hadn't provided me with a tile.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Ain't nothing you can do.
No.
If they do that, I guess it can be reconsidered.
and they.
Yeah.
But it would go back to the planning commission, would it
Yeah.
not?
Well, not right now, it will be.
No, I'm saying if they,
When they provide the title,
Yes.
and then I do the inspection. And then they got the municipal league, Mr. Jim gave me a guidelines of the inspection that I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to perform a plumbing and electrical inspection on it. It's structural, period, that's it. Whether it's livable or non-livable or whatever. Health, safety, and whatever else, you know. I got a whole list.
And the purpose of the title is so it can't be rented, right?
Well, the purpose of the title is the ownership.
Yeah, but I mean, they can't, like, if, I can't move a trailer in and rent it to,
Well,
remember what we went to?
That's probably coming.
that's.
Okay.
That's the state.
Right
now you can't.
Hey guys, there's a lot of moving parts here to this thing. I mean, be honest
I
with
was,
you.
I was just trying to understand.
The city count, as part of this deal, the city council, by law, can even designate only certain zones can have it. Now, that can be done, but you'd still have to meet all the other criteria. So there's a whole lot of different things going on here, but of course, what you need to hear tonight, that of course, these folks are appealing it, they want this thing put in there. What we're telling you is legally, until that's been done, what he talked about, we don't have the legal authority under state law to approve it or overturn the appeal at this time.
planning commission.
They would have to look again, yes. I mean, that's just the way it is. We've looked into this in great detail. And we've been talking with Mr. Von Tonglin for months.
Yeah, we got it.
We've even talked to the Manufacturing Housing Association. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. He's the manufacturing executive director of the State Manufacturing Association. This is the people that build and sell mobile homes and manufactured housing. Has been down here and talked to the planning commission too. You know, explaining the law, which was all right in line with what Mr. Von Tonglin had already told us, but we went to ask him to come down too. And we're gonna have a provision where mobile homes or manufactured housing can be put in certain areas, and a vote of the public on the street is not gonna be the decision making. That would be illegal. But you can hold the mobile homes and tell me if I say something wrong, you can hold the mobile homes and putting them on a certain piece of property to the exact same standards if somebody's going to build a house there.
Correct.
Setback lines, locations, that kind of stuff. Okay?
Right now, currently, our rules state that R1 and R2 with a special permit, you can move into the territory. They're gonna designate, Mr. Von Tonglin is writing up a plan that there'll be one area, either a R1 or R2 designated for mobile homes only. So that's where we're.
There will be a way to
Like a
do
mobile
it.
home park?
No.
No,
They'll just be in this area, or just say R1.
With single
It's
houses.
Oh.
Single family dwelling.
Oh, okay.
There won't be any allowed. All the place you can put a mobile home is in a R2.
Oh, okay, I missed
Which
that.
is technically multifamily, you know, where apartments can go
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But there's houses there too, and then you could,
But
that's just one of the things we're looking at and working on. We got to have some zone where we will allow it, as long as they meet all the
You
criteria.
gotta have one state law, you have to have one zone.
Did I hear you say that you could rent them and not be the owner of it, of a mobile home?
It's,
Because it goes all the way back to a situation that I've remembered.
We've always operated that way.
currently, we operate under that program. In the future, we'll change it. I've already been told that. Just like a mobile home sitting on the lot, the front door has got to face the street from now on. It can't be running long ways if the lot's narrow. That's the rules of a mobile home, just like a stick-built house. They're all changing. We just hadn't adopted them yet. And we're fixing to have to because we're gonna be mandated to do it. And there's a few more laws and rules, but it's all over the state of Arkansas. It's not just Warren, Arkansas, by no means.
The planning commission is gonna have to look at all this that he's proposed and, you know, come up with a recommendation based on what they can and can't do. This will ultimately come back to y'all to have to be done by ordinance. That's not talking about the appeal right now. Again, this is talking about the whole process in the future. But we're gonna have to make changes or we're gonna be in violation
I think,
of the law.
does the planning commission go by a rubric or something? Like, how do they approve or not approve? Other than like a title, you know what I mean?
You have a title, you have a hood sticker on the mobile homes, certain age mobile home prior to 1979, I believe, is the year model. And they also look at certain neighborhoods.
That's what I'm talking, like.
Certain neighborhoods, not
Right.
necessarily the people that live in the neighborhood coming up, but it's just, is this a good fit for this neighborhood? They can make a judgment call on that, but they're not recommended to make a judgment call on John Doe standing up saying that's what the municipal league doesn't want to have.
It's a little stronger than they're not gonna be making one. It's gonna be illegal to do it that way.
I just wondered how they,
Yeah.
if they had everything legally, what grounds the planning commission could say no? You know what I mean? Like, and you just said it's how they, judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's also what, all mobile homes or manufactured housing have to have certain certification.
Right, that's what I'm saying, everything's legal.
First of all.
Everything's legal, but it's just,
Yeah.
do they want this mobile home in their neighborhood? In a neighborhood, you
But
know what I mean?
all that's going to be irrelevant because it's going to change. Because we're going to be set in the R2 district is what, I received the ordinance, a copy of it, an ordinance that he wants us to use, Mr. Jim, R2. So there won't be any more petitions taken out, there won't be anything. If you come to me and you want to put a mobile home in an R2, the only rules you have to abide by is setback rules and just like building a normal house.
Gotcha, okay.
So there won't be any saying yes or no, there won't be any approving. All that's changing.
So I couldn't, like somebody can't, I'm sorry, like move a mobile home, if I wanted to put one behind my house, you're gonna have to follow the rules.
You'll have to, well, if it's in a R2, yes ma'am.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And who's gonna decide where the R1 and
We're all,
R2?
That's already done. That's already zoned.
We already got those zones.
Commercial,
Everything's already zoned.
R1, R2.
So you're saying that if I bought a lot and put a mobile home there, I could actually rent it out to someone?
If it's in an R2, yes.
If it's
ma'am.
in an R2.
Once y'all approve it, this is the direction we're heading.
Okay,
But,
if it's
I
in
mean,
an R2, then
Yes,
I'll be
ma'am.
good.
Yes, ma'am.
So what action do we need to make on this?
Well,
The
We
mobile,
can either uphold the planning commission's,
We can't do anything if they don't have a title.
I don't think you can even do that. I don't think do that. Well, I mean,
why are they here appealing?
because
They
they
didn't know.
were told they had a right to appeal it, which is the process.
I didn't know whether they were gonna bring the permit in or not. They
don't have the permit.
title in or not.
No, don't make this more complicated than it is, okay? What they need to do right now is get a proof of ownership for Rob, and then let him inspect it and see if it meets, you know, that criteria, and then they would go back to the planning commission,
Correct, with the title.
and they would make another recommendation. And again, they could still appeal it if they didn't like it, but we're gonna have to go by the law. If we start violating state laws on these things, you should start your problems.
I
We'll
don't
be
think,
back in February.
I don't think that anyone is wanting to violate a law, but we have listed here on the agenda under 8B, number 2, appeal mobile home request. And they came thinking that we could actually,
They have a right to appeal it, but you gotta have grounds to turn it over.
And actually, the only holdup is that they don't have proof of ownership.
Well, and the inspection is
Well,
gonna
you
be.
can't go
And
to
the
the
permit.
inspection because you ain't got no funds.
Right.
so they need to clearly understand what they need, which is a title, is what I heard. And then after they show you the title, you're going to go and inspect it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so,
And then we can.
so
look at it
actually,
again.
the planning commission, they should have gone directly to you and really not, I mean, because if we cannot do any action, it doesn't make sense to me to have appeal mobile home requests and we're not.
Well, that's the process that we have in place right now, is the appeal process. All of the stuff I'm telling you is stuff I learned last Wednesday.
It's just changing.
The night we had the meeting, they had the right to come appeal.
Oh, prior to that,
Yes.
prior to your having the meeting on Wednesday?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
And we understand they're just trying to get a place lived. We understand that, but we got to follow the law. So the bottom line is, I don't think you probably need to take any action on this and then see if they can get the information to Rob so we can look at it again.
They need to understand that it's the title, and after the title, then you will go out
Yes,
and
ma'am.
inspect and go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what they need to, she needs to share with her.
Right, yes, ma'am. And
I think we're doing it right now.
Yeah, and I did out here in the hall. I thought.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you explained
Yes,
to me.
ma'am.
Okay,
Explain.
all right.
And we'll communicate further, make sure everybody
So we
understands.
doing, moving on, that's it, no more?
That's it right now.
All right, let's go, aviation.
All right, you don't have it, I'm sorry, but thank y'all for being patient, first of all. I know it's been a long night, but we will communicate back with you, okay?
Thank you,
All right,
everyone.
thank you. Okay, go right ahead, Rob. Aviation, no, yeah, there's minutes of July the 7th. Water and sewer, you've got their regular monthly reports. You've got the last page of your agenda. You've got the Housing Authority minutes of July 27th. You've got a brief report on the cultural centers we give you each month. There is no unfinished business that we know of. New business. We got 2 reappointments to the Planning Commission, or I'm nominating 2 people. One of them is Nick Mann, he's already on there. This is a reappointment for a 3-year term. And the other one is Herman Phillips, also for a 3-year term. They've both been active, they've both taken part.
Move to approve of.
Second.
Yeah. All right, that's a vote for both.
Yeah.
Who made the motion?
Ms. Doherty?
All right, who was the second? I heard about 3 seconds. Who made the
Second.
second? All right, I'll take that second. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore anybody, but. All right, any question, discussion on the reappointments? All in favor, show of hands. I see 5 in favor. Now, this is just for information. I'm gonna give you, I got a proposal on a new phone system for City Hall and also the police and fire department. And we haven't even administratively gone over this to see if we think it's the best thing, but we got it's from 5. That's the cable TV folks in this part of the state, or in Warren and Drew County. So I just wanted y'all to have that so y'all can look at it if you see any problems. We got to compare money to what we're spending now compared to this system. So that's for information. And I'd kind of like to just go ahead and maybe put it in the Ways and Means Committee so later we can come back to you about it.
I make a motion, we move that to the Ways and Means Committee.
Second.
All right, I think we'll give Councilmember Atkins the second on that one. They blew that by you, Councilmember Henderson. All right, any question, discussion on the motion? This is to put this in the Ways and Means Committee, and we'll be coming back to them with information. All in favor, show of hands. Those 5 in favor, thank you. All right, I got to move here because I'm losing you. Announcements. Municipal building will be closed. Municipal building will be closed Monday, September the 7th, in observance of Labor Day. And we'll get information out about the garbage pickup. You know, we always have to look at that. So you got bills.
Oh, that we pay the bills.
Second. Yeah, Councilmember Henderson made the motion, and I think Councilmember Colefree got there by the nose on the second. Any question or discussion on the bills?
Next Wednesday.
All in favor of paying them, show of hands, please. I see 5 in favor. And we've run out of announcements. Anything else? Yeah. He's used up his time. He's used up his time. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm through.
You got anything else?
No, I'm through. I'm gonna hit the door.
All right, next meeting, September the 14th. If there's nothing else, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank y'all.